What's happening, everybody? I'm Trey, joined as always by my dad, Sean, and today, reactions to the classics. We got a triple shot to the band Ride, a group I'm not familiar with at all.
Nah, me neither.
This comes courtesy of suggestion from one of our big-time patrons and supporters of the channel, CSN, always bringing us great stuff, an eclectic mix, nice alternative music. And today, Ride will be coming in with the 3 tracks Kaleidoscope, Time Machine, and then I don't know where it comes from. So I'm looking forward to that, all off of different records.
Yeah,
and
which is cool.
I was reading up on them a little bit. I see that they're one of the pioneers in the shoegazing genre,
Which we're very familiar with.
Yeah, because we just did Loveless by My Bloody Valentine.
Yeah, wasn't familiar with any shoegazing before that, or that I knew was shoegazing at least.
So I'm glad we kind of have that primer, so we're at least slightly familiar with the genre. So this is going to be a fun one. Before we dive into it, if y'all like this video, be sure to give that a big thumbs up. That helps us out, and then hit that big red subscribe button. And if you would like to maybe have us do a song reaction, album review, whatever the case, you can check out our Patreon link down below, and we can hook you up just like CSN, and you can have your voice be heard. But Ride, English rock group,
yes,
formed in 1988.
Yeah, active 88 to 96, and then broke up and did other things.
And interestingly enough, it consists of a guy named Andy Bell, who became the bassist for another famous group in England,
Oasis.
That's
the bassist
right.
for Oasis. Then they got back together in 2014. So their Nowhere album, is their debut album, has been named one of the most important albums of the shoegazing era, and I think that I know one of these songs is out there. We go into the first one that is out there.
Yes, yeah, we got Kaleidoscope. We'll go in chronological order. So we'll start with Kaleidoscope on here. Only a 3-minute tune. I'm interested to hear if it's going to have any similarities to just that, that My Bloody Valentine had that loud guitar.
Sorry, yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Vocals that are very buried and tough to decipher. So I'm not sure. And
not a ton of lyrics as I look here, so it very well might be.
So at the end, y'all, or we'll listen to this. We have the lyrics pulled up, kind of give our thoughts afterwards on each song. And then at the end, we'll see which one comes out on top as our favorite. So thanks again to CSN.
Thank you, CSN. Always. Thank you, brother.
Let's get this one going with Kaleidoscope. I can see in the guitar how it's going, but the vocals are more clear and easy to decipher. Loving the drums on this too. All right, song number 1, Kaleidoscope. And interesting. I think that was a good debut kind of for us to
I agree.
get accustomed to this group. Definitely had those very distorted guitars at points. That is a trademark of that shoegazing genre, but it's a little more. I don't know if accessible is the right word when we're comparing it to My Bloody Valentine, because the words were more distinguishable.
Yeah, you can understand the words. Yeah, in the My Bloody Valentine review, I gave an actual grade to each song just on how much I could hear the lyrics in them, hear the vocals.
But I dug what they were saying too in this lyrical assessment here. A guy talking, we would assume, about a lover.
Yeah.
And it's all these words that I have said float around you, fill your head. All these times we laughed and cried, I never thought I'd leave you behind. So either the breakup's happening or something happening. Maybe you could even interpret that he's dying or something along those lines.
Exactly.
But he notes that that all these times we laughed and cried, I never thought I'd change your mind. All these songs that fill my head dance around you when I'm dead. All the love I ever knew, kaleidoscopes around you. Kaleidoscope, a thing that is very kind of striking visually and has a lot going on with it. And I think this guy wants to be remembered for having a lot going on with him. Don't just peg him as something like, even there, you will never hold me in your hand. That could either be like he's just too monstrous to be contained, or also physically this girl will never hold him in his hand again. I don't know. But what do you think of it?
Yeah, I thought it was a good tune. This album's very well acclaimed. They released 3 EPs before this. Debut albums, I talk about this sometimes. Debut albums, sometimes if you've been around a little bit and you're releasing 3 EPs, tells you got some experience in the studio. They're usually really good because you've got years of material to bust into that one. It's the second album that's tough when you've spent just a year and now you've got to put, because you're bringing all your best, but only got 8 tracks on it. Rolling Stone magazine actually called it a masterpiece, this album. And then Pitchfork called it the 74th best album of the 90s. So I thought that was a pretty interesting thing. So I might have to spin this album to compare to My Bloody Valentine.
And they had a bit more of a almost indie rock vibe in it as well. Just mixing that with the shoegazing was kind of neat. And now we're gonna jump ahead a record from Going Blank again. And we're going to go now to Time Machine. This was released in 92. Nowhere, as you mentioned, was released in 1990. About a 6-minute tune here. And
very short on lyrics. I expect this to be very My Bloody Valentine.
Yeah. So,
and guys, we don't think they're the end-all do-all. It's the only experience we have in shoegaze. It's the only thing I have to compare to.
So let's see what we got here in store on Time Machine. Perfect way to drop that groove in there. I'm liking the instrumentation on this a lot more than Kaleidoscope.
Yeah, I agree.
Such a hypnotic and catchy melody,
Yeah.
man. Which you wouldn't necessarily expect this type of music, but man, I'm digging this a lot. Time Machine. Wow. Killer song right there, man. I definitely like that more than Kaleidoscope. Not that Kaleidoscope was bad by any means, but this one just instrumentally, especially that first minute where it's, I don't know what that.
I don't know what that is either. I was trying to figure that out.
Some type of keys or something in there, but then the bass and the drums came in, and then that kind of faded out, and then brought us back into a bit of the heavy guitars back with the really catchy. This didn't seem like a 6-minute track to me, at least.
It didn't to me either. Nice build that didn't seem overdone. It just kind of brought you in a nice kind of atmosphere. This album was very well thought of too. Went to number 5 in the UK, sold over 100,000 copies.
Ooh.
in the UK. It's interesting because CSN has not chose the singles. Some of the singles are very high rated, and I always like that. So it's to dive a little deeper. But yeah, I thought it was a great song. And even though it wasn't big lyrically, and I know you're about to talk about that, the lyrics did say something.
No, definitely. Kind of puts you in just kind of with what the title says. Step into the time machine aboard this flight. Time to go. It's sad that you're not here to open up your eyes and watch me disappear. Carried away, imaginations running wild. He mentions he's losing control, landing back in this year. Did he ever move? Did he disappear? So we don't even know. Did this time machine work,
Yeah,
man?
did it work?
If he could move through time, I'd go back and put it right. So yeah, not a lot of lyrics there, but still told a story, told something, and kind of almost that melody. Almost you would imagine that in some time machine type of deal as you're going through or whatever. I really dug this one. This one's going to be tough for me at least.
I agree. And the album
beat.
cover for this thing might end up being the thumbnail.
That's right.
I'll be using this on the thumbnail that I make for this because it is a tremendous cover. It definitely catches your attention.
Oh, and now we're going to go to the album Carnival of a Light. It looks like this song closes that out. I don't know where it comes from. So another tune that's a little longer, 5.5 minutes. So let's see what we got here.
I don't know where it comes from. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know.
Got the school choir like you can't
Yeah.
always get what you want.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a good point.
Ask me where it comes from.
There's something moving through the air. Years ago it wasn't there. If people feel it, they don't care. Seems like everybody's sterilized. A piece is missing from their lives. They're never going to be surprised. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know where it comes from. Don't ask me where it comes from. Turned on the radio tonight, and I was overwhelmed with shite. I got so low I couldn't find what's going on. I can't define. How is it everyone's resigned? We're so uptight we can't unwind. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know where it comes from.
Pretty catchy chorus, man.
Very catchy.
Could use that repetition. Very solid lead guitar range. Bit jangly.
There's something moving through the air. Years ago it wasn't there. If people feel it, they don't care. Seems like everybody's sterilized. A piece is missing from their lives. They're never going to be surprised. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know where it comes from. Don't ask me where it
Nice little fake out there going now into the fly. I don't know where it comes from. In and out, this triple shot, man. A lot of cool techniques in that one.
Yeah, and I read that this album has more of a psychedelic feel.
And you
than
can
a
definitely
shoegaze,
tell that.
And that the band actually hated this album. They called it the Carnival of, and I won't say the other word, but let's just say it's something that's not real nice. It's something that's actually used in this song, the word. Yeah, I like this. I thought the choir, and you mentioned it during the song, little Rolling Stones type there. I thought it was about a minute too long. What did you think about that? I still like the song.
No, I can see where you're coming from with that because that ending outro was
cut it 1 minute. That's all.
Was 2 minutes. I'm fine with it, but I can definitely see where people.
That was a good way to end it. I mean, I guess maybe the rest of the album doesn't sound this good.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounded good to me. But.
Well, and I wonder if they named it Carnival of Light because Paul McCartney has that famous, very avant-garde experimental tune called Carnival of Light that has never seen the light of day.
That's right.
That he made in the Beatles time period, and it's just never been able to get to our ears. So hopefully one day that'll happen, and maybe that didn't have any bearing on the title of this album.
Good thought, though.
But I did like the technique of going from them singing, and then at the end kind of mixing the children's choir in,
right.
And then their voices kind of then merged into one for the last minute or 45 seconds.
And I thought using the children's choir first was smart because it pulls you in right away. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah, because you don't hear that too often, obviously, and I just some relatability in this too. Just talking about being overwhelmed by all the news he's hearing on the radio. I got so numb I couldn't fight what's going on. I can't define how is it everyone's resigned. We're so uptight we can't unwind just because this world just can bear on you, and I don't know where it comes from. Maybe the evil in the world, maybe the news coming in, maybe I don't know what the case is. It's probably open to interpretation.
Sure, probably.
But you just kind of fed up with everything. So I can see where Andrew Bell was coming through in that
yeah,
one.
It's very relevant right now in 2020. That's for sure.
No, but definitely a group that I will be looking into more because I dug all three of these tracks. For me, what I like most, I'm gonna go Time Machine. Then I don't know where it comes from. Then Kaleidoscope, which is ironic since Kaleidoscope comes off their most acclaimed record, and I still like that tune. But I just thought the other two were a step above, with Time Machine being up there for me. What about you, Dad? What are you feeling on Ride?
I think I'm going to go the same order as you. Time Machine's definitely number one.
Yeah.
I like the other two, but yeah, I'm going to go in the same order you went. You could swing me the other way pretty easy, but nice little discovery here from CSM. Not that I expected any different from him. But.
Definitely, man. So let us know, y'all. We want to always hear from you guys in the comments, and which one of these three is your favorite. Be starting with Nowhere whenever I start listening to these guys, and just work my way up, man. Always cool to find these groups as well from the UK. I don't know if Ride ever had much success here in the States.
Not
or
that I could find. All their albums charted in the UK decently, 11, 5, 5,
Yeah.
but not anything.
So
in
it's
the
not like
States.
they're played on the radio at the time or now or anything.
Yeah.
So that's why we love our community, man, giving us the goods here. So anyways, thanks CSN, and thank you all for watching. Until next time, we will see ya.